Hey, welcome to Cabin Fever. I'm Jake Berry. Today we got Rob Bella joining me again. And from Mission Vets, Ronnie Cantu, the double sports star that you saw on the volleyball court and the basketball court. Welcome, Ronnie.
Hello, welcome. Oh, welcome me. Welcome you. No, welcome me.
Either way,
Hello.
we'll welcome each other. That's good.
Thank you for having me.
This is actually, for people that are watching, this is our second go around because I was dumb and something happened with the recording. But Ronnie, you had a tremendous career in high school, both basketball and volleyball. What can you say about your career, what you did in high school, and it's equating to you getting a scholarship to St. Edward's to play?
For sure. I would not want it any more different. These were just an amazing 4 years as a high school athlete, both in volleyball and basketball. We accomplished so much. We exceeded these expectations. We made the playoffs. We had some crazy district wins. So for that, I'm so thankful for the teams that I was able to play with, the coaches that I was able to play for, and just the friendships and the relationships that I was able to build throughout these 4 years. They're definitely memories that I'm never going to forget.
Hey, Ronnie. So with COVID-19, it's caused a lot of changes. Canceled school, canceled birthday parties, canceled gatherings. How has it affected you with cancellations of such important senior events?
Yeah, right now it's definitely feeling surreal still. Even a month and a half, 2 months in, I'm still having to adjust to my schoolwork, everything being online, my workouts, making sure to get them in throughout the day. And even my sleeping schedule, I forget what day it is sometimes. Everything is just, I'm still adjusting to it. It's almost like I'm in a dream, like I'm in a movie. And as a senior, it's a bummer that I'm not going to be able to experience just such memorable traditional senior events like prom and graduation even. And I definitely feel for those athletes that were not able to finish their last season in their sport. I cannot imagine not being able to play volleyball or basketball my last year of high school. So I definitely feel for them. And most of all, for at least 98% of the seniors, I know senioritis was beginning to kick in. And we almost mean it metaphorically when we say, we want school to end. We want to go home already. We want to start getting to college. But now it's become a literal thing. It's become a reality. So I can tell you, almost all of us, if not all of us, wish that we were back on campus. We were back in school. And right now, it's just a realization factor. We took our last footsteps on campus. We said our last goodbyes to our teachers without even knowing. And even, people we're not going to be able to see for a long time after graduation. So it's definitely saddening right now.
So what are you doing to stay in tip-top shape during these times?
Yeah, I definitely know it's important to be in shape right now. It's so easy to relax and just lay off of exercising, but St. Edward's has given me a few workouts pertaining to, cardio, just staying in shape, ball handling drills. So around 6:37 almost every night, I'll be out in my front driveway putting up some shots. And what I've really started getting into is running, which I would have never thought I'd start getting into. So I usually run a few miles every other day. Over at the track over here in my neighborhood, just to stay in that tip-top shape, to stay in that basketball shape, because I know how hard it is to get back into it if I'm out of it.
Rob, I'm going to jump in here. You had a chance to play for your father in basketball. I just wanted to ask you, what was it like playing for your father, being a coach's daughter, and then, you always have players that you probably don't see eye to eye with him, but you have to kind of be in between all of that. What was it like?
Mm-hmm. Well, first and foremost, playing for my dad was probably the coolest memories of all during my high school years. it's a relationship that I wish every athlete had the ability to go through and to have, because, you know, my dad and I were able to build this relationship, father-daughter, coach-player times 10, you know? It was basketball 24/7, and that was really the bright side of it all. I was able to play the sport that I love with the person that I love, my dad. And yeah, like you said, it sometimes player and coach, they don't see eye to eye, but even my dad and I don't see eye to eye sometimes, and I'm his daughter. But I mean, through all the conflict, I mean, it was an amazing 4 years being coached by him, being able to be coached by him in my youth, and just to bring it all the way back up to high school. You know, it was awesome, and I'd want it all over again if I could.
So, being a multi-sport athlete, what is your fondest memory of playing sports?
Well, there's definitely a lot, you know, but most definitely just the relationships and the friendships that I was able to build throughout these 4 years, even dating back to my middle school years. You know, I've grown up with some of these girls, and now I've been able to play with them in high school. And it's almost a realization factor. You know, you're growing up, you're watching each other grow up and succeed, and, you know, sooner or later you'll be parting your ways and you're going into college and adult life. And I mean, just for that reason, I'm so glad that I was able to experience, for some 4, and for others, you know, 8 to 12 years, that I was able to just have these sort of relationships and these friendships with them. They're people that will hold a special place in my heart for the rest of my life. And I know when things come later in life, I'll be able to call them a friend forever, you know?
So, who's your biggest fan? Let's talk about your parents here. Your parents are great, great people.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of your parents is your biggest fan, and which one is your biggest critic?
Ooh, okay. I can't say both, because they're my parents, you know. They're like a team against me, you know. No, they're both equally just my biggest fans. Obviously, it works differently. My dad's on the sideline; he's coaching me, but my mom's in the stands, and, you know, equally, they've supported me and they've loved me, not just in athletics, really in everything that I participate in. And for that, you know, I'm so grateful. They're both extremely hardworking, dedicated, committed to their work, everything that they set their mind to. So those are values that I've obviously lived by as an athlete and as a student and, you know, as a citizen. So I would not be the individual that I am without my parents and their love and their guidance. But on the critic side, you know, my parents are they're going to be critical of me. I mean, they expect the most out of me, the best out of me. They're my parents. They love me, but they also want me to be the best person that I can be. But probably on top of that, I definitely say I'm my biggest critic. I know how much more I can improve in everything that I do. You know, my look in life, my point of view. I feel that I'm going to try to be the best person that I can be. And with that comes, you know, critical thinking, critical opinions of myself. So definitely just, it's me. I'm definitely critical of myself. I just want to be the best person I can be. And yeah.
All right, you're going to St. Edward's in the fall, and
Yes,
you're going to play basketball.
Mhm.
But what are you going to do when your basketball career is over? What do you want to do?
Well, I'm going into St. Edward's, majoring in kinesiology with an emphasis in pre-physical therapy. So I'm definitely going into the sports medicine category. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Probably entering my high school year, the medical field definitely drew my attention. And to just throw in a little bit of sports, you know, you got to have a little bit of athletics in there. So sports medicine is where I'm heading. What I'm probably going to do after St. Edward's is go into medical school, just do everything that I need to do in order to get a certain degree, you know. My dream occupation is probably a teen doctor, which is just a general doctor for whether it's a professional team or a collegiate team or, you know, stuff like teams like that. That's really been my ultimate goal. On that end, that's like my dream reality. And then my dream would definitely be to just continue my basketball career. Times like this, you know, you really never know. So to just be able to get the opportunity to play, whether it's professionally or overseas or in any category, you know, just being able to continue my basketball career would definitely be the cherry on top of everything. So yeah, those would be the plans after college.
Sounds like good plans. So let's go back to volleyball real quick. Being the setter, and you were a heck of a setter, probably the best in the valley.
Thank you.
If we all know that that's like the quarterback of a team. Mm-hmm. Being the setter for such a powerful team in Mission Vets, did you have a certain player, a certain hitter that you just absolutely loved setting to?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've come by great hitters throughout the course of my 4 years. I mean, Jackie Howell, Mackenzie Gerlach, who are now playing collegiately, you know, to be able to feel like, you know, I set for them in high school. That's awesome. But this particular person, I set for her my high school career. I set for her my middle school career, and I even played travel ball with her from about age 9 to 12, and that is Cassandra Levma. You know, we've been best friends for as long as I can remember. So just adding the friendship part of it onto the court, it takes that much to just to account for the chemistry that we've built over the years. I know how much I can trust her on the court. She knows how much she can trust me on the court, and that's based on how much we've grown together and watched each other succeed. I know if I have a bad set, she is going to be there wherever the ball is, and she's going to put it down. I know for a fact that she will be doing that. We feed off of each other, and you know, there's always conflict in athletics, but I believe Cassandra and I really never butt heads. It was always on to the next point, and that was the beauty of it. You know, I always saw there was always a positive bond between Cassandra and I, and she was most definitely the person that I would go to while I was studying.
Yeah, Cassandra had some pretty amazing kills in
yeah, she did.
the last couple of years. So I've got to ask you this. Last summer, we ran into you at a Tolosa Midway tournament. After our tournament was done, there were some photographers there selling pictures. Mm-hmm. We saw this amazing photo of you captured with one of your jump sets. Mm-hmm. Please tell me your mother bought that photo for you.
We did. I think it was Cameron that told her about it. The minute Cameron told us, my mom was on her phone. You know how she is. She was already buying it by the time Cameron finished her sentence.
And is it up on your wall, or is it somewhere in your house?
You know what? It is somewhere in my house, not up on the wall, but it's somewhere, and I will find it because it was a really great picture. So thank you.
It really was. So my last question for you, Ronnie, is if you could jump into this time machine, go back to your younger years, is there anything that you would do different, or what would you tell yourself knowing what you know now?
Definitely besides putting on a little bit of weight, telling myself to get in the weight room a lot more, because that could have helped me a lot more on the court, both basketball and volleyball. I'd frankly, I wouldn't change anything. I'm so glad of the way that things have been planned out for me. I would not be given this opportunity to play collegiate basketball if it weren't for this path. So the memories and the relationships and the friendships that I've just built over these last years, I wouldn't change them for the world. I mean, this was God's plan. This was his path that he set out for me. And for that, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful. But what I would definitely do, and this pertains to almost every athlete that's in high school right now, middle school right now, you need to just take in every single moment that you have, playing a sport, in school, anything, just life in general. Time is so valuable and it's going to pass by as quick as you know it. I never thought that I'd be in these shoes right now. I never thought that I'd be a senior, saying my farewell. It's definitely been a realization factor. I wish I can go back, and I definitely would go back if there was a time machine. I definitely would. But yeah, just enjoy every single moment. They're going to be the most memorable years of your life. So yeah, I mean, just take in every moment. Time is so valuable.
Now, I didn't get to ask this the first time around. I wanted to ask this right now because I just remembered. All right, your dad and you probably watch movies at home. What's your favorite basketball movie? What's your dad's favorite basketball movie?
Oh, I know my dad's on the top of my head because we just watched this like 2 days ago. Hoosiers for sure. He loves that movie. He would watch it on repeat. I think he even records it and it's like on demand, or we even have it like in a movie case somewhere. He loves that movie. The basketball movie that I like, oh, there's so many. Dang, I'd probably say Coach Carter. That's a really basic movie, but it's really good. It's really good. I really like it. I like the storyline. So yeah, those would be the two go-tos.
All right, in Hoosiers, because that's my favorite basketball movie, what is your dad's favorite part?
My dad's favorite part is the very beginning when he's introducing himself, the coach.
And he kicks he kicks the two kids out?
Yes.
Have you ever seen your dad do that as a coach? Did he ever have to do that?
Kick someone out?
Yeah.
Definitely not. He's too nice. My dad's so nice. He wouldn't do that.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a good choice in Hoosiers. Coach Carter's is good too, but I'm partial to Hoosiers. But
yeah.
thank you for joining us today, and we really appreciate you doing it times 2 today. But we really appreciate this.
Yes, thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it. I really like to talk about things like this at a time like this. So just thank you for having me on here.
Yeah, thank you, Ronnie. You've always been very humble. Stay that way. You come from great parents, a great family.
I do. Thank you.
Jake and I wish you nothing but the best at St. Ed's. You're going to do amazing things there.
Thank you.